much for waiting. I know I'm a little behind schedule. I was having some technical difficulties because I'm not an expert at this, but I will continually try. And let me bring up my laptop because that way I can talk to you. And here we are. Hey, Annie, how are you? Hello, 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 everyone. I am going to try to do this again by myself. I think I can do it. I think I can, right? So let me see how I can do this. And I did last time. I was able to be chatting if I bring this up. Hey, Barbara. Hello, hello, Joan. From Virginia. I love Virginia. Okay, so let me see. Last time I pushed up the buttons and pop out chat. Okay, I promise I am going to get much better at this. Hello, Sharon. Hello, my sweet Annie. Thank you so much for waiting on me. And Joy is here. Nicholas, you left your phone in my room. Nicholas, come get your phone. He's supposed to be training for a half marathon, so he can't help me. Hello, Atlanta. How are you? Oh, I'm so excited. Everybody's here with me. So, Nicholas, come get your phone. It's going to be beeping on me. Okay, so I'm going to move this up to the top so you all can see what I have been putting together. And then we're going to work on that. So let's see if I can do this without moving it too much. Nope, I'm sorry, you're looking at my hand. So, that's...
Hello.
It's Nick here, I know. He's supposed to be training for his half marathon. He is not supposed to be here. Hello, Annette. Yes, don't you just love my fancy?
You put it where you think it
let's see.
needs to be.
Okay, thank you, sweetheart. And
Right.
Nick came to the
rescue.
to help me. Oh, that needs a heavy weight on it before it tips over. My piece of granite. There we go. The granite guy will be here on Saturday. Thank you, sweetie. He might be crying. Just leave it half open. Thank you. All right, I turned on my hot glue gun because I was not able to add ribbons to what I was doing last time. And you know that a ribbon's a nice pretty bow on everything. Look at this situation here. Here we go.
I got to grab it.
Hello, Rylene. Hey, from Oregon. I have not made it to Oregon, but I sure do want to get there someday. It is on my bucket list for sure. And now I have glue gun mess all over my fingers. Hello, Sonia. Everybody saying hi to Nick. All right, look at this mess I have here. Is this not just the most beautiful mess? Hello, Dell. I'm so happy you are here with me also. Okay, we are ready. So what did I get this week in the mail? I know most of you all already have this, but holy moly, is this not just gorgeous? Is this not just gorgeous? Let me see, how do I do that away? Okay, I'm hoping that you can see this. Let me see. Up, down. Can you guys see this okay? I think you can see this okay. On my screen, I see the chat rolling. Hello, hello. I know, it's so awesome.
It's upside down. Come back.
Oh, it's upside down.
You just have to
spin it.
Will this fall off?
No, keep spinning it.
Okay.
Now
it's right. Okay.
Okay, now you are all set. I am so glad that you noticed that. Thank you so much. Oh, good. I couldn't connect live. Well, I was having a hard time connecting live. My phone was orientation locked or something, and I had to go get some technical assistance. So, yes, I have my hot glue gun going. I have these gorgeous little little Valentine hearts. Look at this. Joy, hello, how are you? I know, I'm so happy everybody is here. Hello, Joan. The whole West Coast is beautiful. I know. It's just, I have done some of the West Coast, but not very much of it. Hello, Barbara. Hey, how are you? I am so happy everybody is here with us. I am thrilled. Okay, so I have gotten these little hearts and I'm going to put them some kind of way in today's layout. I'm going to put it in here some kind of way. It is dark here in Texas and I'm trying to make sure you guys have lots of light. And here, there. Okay, I'm going to take this apart. I was kind of putting this together. Let's get rolling. Hello, 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 everybody. Okay, I was trying to work on this earlier, so let me show you while I deconstruct all of this. I also ran a whole bunch of these absolutely gorgeous, the tea set. The tea set is just so beautiful. Annie sent me some die cuts from the tea set. And you know what she did? I had to go and buy it. Like, how did I not buy it the first time around? Okay, so here is this. I'm going to show you. I think it was 5x7 is what I was looking at here. So let me make sure that I have the right sizes here. San Antonio, Jerry, how are you? I see hello from Kathy in San Antonio. Hello, how are you? Hey, Mabel. Here is, let's see, this is 7 1/4, and I'm going to go to this way. It's 5 1/4 also. And then I did a tiny, tiny little hinge. I will talk to you guys about what this is for later, but a tiny little hinge, and it's just a tiny little quarter here that is holding this little piece together. Okay, we're going to put this one aside. And then I did kind of like a bunch of little die cuts that came with this Willow. How many of you guys have Willow? Willow, Willow, Willow. I know, the tea set. I love it, Annie. I couldn't believe that I had not bought it the first time around. This is stuff that comes maybe from the China cabinet or from Canton Bleu. And then the hearts. The hearts are absolutely to die for. The engraving in this heart is amazing. I just love it. Okay, I'm moving this over to the side. And then I made this gorgeousness. I'm wondering if you guys recognize this. It is a die going all the way around. The die here on the outside. Let's go and measure this one. I don't like rulers. I don't know what's going on here. This is 8 1/2 going this way. And this way we have 6 1/2. Okay. 8 1/2, 6 1/2 is the background. Can you see how gorgeous that is? I was wanting to have a picture here that was 5x7. I wanted to be able to have a frame that would fit just gorgeous around this. Now you guys have seen this before where I fold something together and I turn it into a larger frame. And I have done that and it works really beautiful with text paper. Text weight paper is super, super awesome, easy to do. You run it through your little die machine like this, okay? And then it comes out this gorgeousness. Look at that. So this is how I did this one. And I was kind of thinking I wanted it to have the pink with the background, the lace peekaboo scene, and I want it gold. So I ran it the way I would show you, to fold it in half in gold and run it through so the die cutting part is right on the edge so that when you open it up, you get two gorgeous pieces of gold. Well, I have never been able to make gorgeousness with gold on the back. It kind of gets this, I don't know if you can see, it gets all the impressions from your plate. And even if you have white, a brand new plate, it still has the magnet plate. So when I put this together, hello Tar Heel Griffinites. So when you put this together, it just doesn't work for me. So the gold did not work for me. So what I had to do is I ran this twice. Has anybody figured out what die this comes from. I am so glad, Annie, that you have partial of that Willow because it is absolutely beautiful. And Sonia was the one that was showing me her pack of paper so that I could figure out which ones were Willow in my stash. This die set right here is this one right here. Okay, it is called what? The Gifts, Gifting All the Way Around or something, I want to say it was called. Right here. It was from Crop at Home, no, Create 6 maybe? I'm thinking it wasn't this last year, it was the year before. This die set also fits perfect. The accordion screen, it fits perfect in this boxed around. Maybe that's what it's called. You know, Sonia, number 7. Yes, because this last one was 8. You're correct. It's number 7. So this is the die that I did here in gold. And what I ended up doing is just mending it. A little gluing in between. And there you go. And I love the nice sharp corners of this. I was kind of trying to match our die set that was right here. Okay, so I was trying to see what would work with that. That's how I ended up with the boxed all around. Okay. And then I used the bright pink that has black in the back. And let me bring this paper over here. It is this one right here. That was 7. Last year was 8. Yes. And this is black on this side and pink on this side. And that's why you have this little peekaboo. So I very carefully put together so that I wouldn't have very much of an overlap. When we put this one right here on top, this is just a solid basil paper that was a color of the pinks. I kind of just found something that would kind of work for me right here. I was trying to really make this pink that's in this little rosette pop. And so I was kind of trying to bring it around here. That's how we built this frame. Okay. And then where we have our rosettes here, I was wanting to go and get some of the Canton Bleu flowers. So I got red flowers, roses, all of this beautifulness right here, right here. And then I got some blue because it is Canton Bleu, or is it Willow trying to pretend that she's blue. So I thought maybe some of these can kind of hide in the back. I really like when you have a little bit of the gold popping out. And this has the pop-up on it. I might have to take that apart. And then I really, when I was looking at this, I wanted to accent the Canton Bleu. So that's how I started with this layout. This part we did on Tuesday. Was it Valentine's Day? And then, hello, Annie. And I was putting this in here today. So, hello, Pam. I'm so glad you're watching me all the way from New York. So here we go. Okay. Those are my little China, let me think. These are from the Canton Bleu. Yes, thank you. And here is the rosette. So for this rosette, if we remember correctly, it is a 12-inch strip. And you can see that right here they're kind of double in there. They're a little bit, they're not quite, I want to say we did here an inch. And then the bigger one was 1.5 inches. Okay. And then we popped up our border. And I think what we need to do soon is just do borders. If we have this set up, you know, in our little stash after we have all our leftovers, it doesn't even matter. You have the set. Look at this. Would that not be a super fast little page that we could do? That is just perfect. If we have a bunch of borders in our stash and put our gorgeous pictures in, and you know I probably have to put a corner rounder in here or something, a corner punch. I know. I just can't let it go. It's the more disease. I need more. If I just had a little corner punch or something, I would be done. Maybe one of these on my picture, right? In blue, in black. Okay. These are the impression dies. Okay. And then that's what my point was being, that we need to do some of these with all our little leftovers. I know. A great way to get all those scraps going. Why do we have scraps? I know we're supposed to do cards with all our scraps, right? Perfect. That's a great idea. I think so too, Annette. Yes, 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 yes. And thank you so much, Annette and Annie. Look at these gorgeous cards they sent me for Valentine's Day. Isn't that just beautiful? I just love it. Thank you, Annie. So awesome. And then Annette sent me one also with those gorgeous hearts in it. Ah, so beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Yes, thank you so much. So let's move this little blue yellow one over, and the yellow one on the back is blue. But look, it would just be perfect. Same thing. It's the same collection. Why can't we do more and more and more of those? And then we can get our scrapbooking done. I mean, that's the point of it. I love the hobby of paper crafting, but we want to get it done. That is correct. So here we have what I was doing last. Okay, I put this kind of over to this side so I can save this last little piece. This is this die right here. And what we're doing is we're switching it up so that we're not doing just the border underneath. Now we're doing the border on top, the shadow on top. Okay, and I was the goofy one that didn't do that first. We're supposed to do the shadow under, and I decided at the last minute that I didn't want it on top. I wanted it under here. Okay, so we're going to stick this right in here so we can start this page. I know, this is just so much fun. I really am thinking we need to figure out how to, I want to see you guys also. I am dying to have you guys and see you all. I really, and we can all talk together. I'm trying to figure out how we can do a Zoom and crop together. I think that would be so much fun because I'm sure you guys are getting tired of just hearing me talk. I know it gets a little challenging with a Zoom. I've done them before, and we kind of have to take turns talking because it moves. But we can all do that. Why can't we take turns talking? I think that would be a lot of fun. I will try to figure that out. I'm wondering if you can see me or not. Let's see. Bring this a little closer. Okay. Yes, a Zoom or a Google Meet or something. That sounds fun, right, Mabel? And then we can all talk together. I just need to figure out the logistics of how many people I can have on. Yeah, I think we did one while we were all in the COVID season, and I think we had about, I don't know, 8 or 10 girls talking about crafting. We're just able to see each other's rooms and all that kind of fun stuff. Okay, I have engineered this in reverse, and I am putting this right there. A little bit of glue goes a long way. I am thrilled with this water cup thing. I am just super happy that Annie told me about that. Somebody was able to do that, and I am thrilled. And now I need my little kitchen tool, which is the cutting mat. I bring this around. I'm really beating up this paper. This little paper is just too thin for me. It should be cardstock, but I don't have any cardstock. Okay. I am looking for my little triangle, but I can't find my triangle, but I found my letter D. What is this one called? One of my math geniuses can tell me that. Okay, so we've got our cutting tool right underneath, and here we go. Right there, we're going to cut from here to here. I like that we can do this with these little tools because you can see right through them, but you just have to be careful because you can cut right through this plastic area. I know COVID really damaged us in all kind of different ways without even knowing. We got locked up inside our house so easily. Somebody just told us to do it, and that's, yeah, it's crazy. And I'm going to flip this over so that we can upholster our paper. Oh, let's do the other one first. I'm afraid of cutting this paper. We're going to do this side now. Lift this up, put this underneath. Use our little see-through ruler here. Try to find the perfect 90-degree angle for you where your tools are sitting at. I think that looks good. You kind of have to hold this really well, kind of put it together. I guess we could maybe use washi tapes in this little situation here so that we can really hold this together. I know, never again will we go back in and not be able to see our families, our loved ones. Really felt bad for all the people that were in nursing homes and they depend on us to go visit. I used to do dentistry in nursing homes, and that was really, it's before COVID, but it was just really gratifying to go and visit. Hard and rewarding all at the same time. Okay, here we go. Here's our corner. Now we can flip this over. It looks like I'm not holding this down enough. There we go. And now we can flip it over and we are going to upholster. That's what I think. This little corner here. Put a little glue. And this just gives it a really nice clean look because it is finishing up this little piece. Now, for those that are sewing, you can probably tell me what in the world I'm doing by taking off the little corners off. I don't know what it's called, but I remember that from sewing school or whoever was trying to teach me how. When you have that little corner, you want to kind of close that up so you don't have the extra fabric in that space. You'd polish people's nails. How fabulous. I remember doing that with my grandmother. We used to have mani-pedis and polish her nails. Yes. And we're just pulling this all the way around, making sure that our little page here is well upholstered. Kind of just push this in. Okay, so this little triangle right here, you just take those little extra pieces off. Susan from Las Vegas, hello. How are you out there? Okay, so now we have our page upholstered. Look at that. We have that, at least that's what I'm calling it. I don't know if that's really correct. For me, that's what I'm doing. Now, I put this little thing on top because I know that that is the top of this. And I think I like that right there. So we're going to put one. I like to start with one spot. This was the filet yellow. Was supposed to have just a tiny little peekaboo showing. Okay, so if I get one side in and kind of, you know, eyeball it here. There we go. Then we can do the other pages a little bit. The other sides here. Now I'm going to take off, I don't want to take off my color on this. I'm afraid of these papers. They're so old. I'm afraid that I might peel the washi tape right off. I am so excited to have all of you guys here with me. I am just thrilled. Really, isn't it just so wonderful to be able to get together and chit chat about some kind of happiness in our life? And, you know, I know we all have challenges, and I really appreciate you guys all coming out to chit chat with me and enjoy our hobby. I think that is super important. Mentally, you know, this is not just my me time, but my therapy. I really like to do things that are pretty, and this seems to be a happy spot for me. Okay, these were the pop-up dots from Chloe's Creative UK. I want to say she has a website, and I want to say that the 2mm are the ones that I like the most. This part right here is my next spot. And then what I had here is I wanted to put, when I saw this online, on pictures online, I just didn't like this. This is too much blue and blue, and I wanted to kind of pop that out. So I thought, why don't we use these hearts? So I kind of thought about putting it right upside down. Let's call it the little peach bottom of this little thing right here. And I want to put that little spot right there. Okay. So I'm going to move this for just a minute so I don't get stuff on that pretty paper. Kind of getting a little crazy about how that paper should sit. I think I decided I wanted to do this one first. Okay, so right there. And I'm getting my hot glue gun, and I'm just going to put a tiny little part right here. And I just want enough that that little rosette now has a little piece of gold. Okay, just like that. And then I made 2 of them so that the other one would also be the same. And we're going to put a little tiny bit of gold, right, a little hot glue right here. And bring this little part down. And this is just using the dies that we have. These are brand new dies, and I have to justify buying brand new dies because it is a lot. It is a lot. It's a lot of new dies, and I want to be able to use them in all kind of different ways, just like all of you guys. So when I start to do this, I'm thinking, okay, how else can we use these dies so that we justify the amount of dies that we are buying? So I want to make sure that I can use all of them. Don't we? I mean, I know. I have to look at that from above. Yes, absolutely. We can start doing a crop, and it would be just so much fun to do together. I think that that would be just so much fun. It's just everybody has something that we can learn from each other. That's how I feel about that. And it just would be so much fun to be able to do together with everybody. Right here. Okay, I kind of think I like that right there. So I'm going to put these little hearts are going to come down and hot glue these right here. There, right there. Hot glue is hot. Be careful. And then we're going to put this one right in the middle. It kind of just looks like banners or lace. I'm loving it. Right here. Not sure where the heart little circles are going to land, so I'm kind of just spreading a little bit of glue, hoping that it's in the right spot. What do you think? I like it. I think that's cute. Now let's wiggle it off the glass before it completely sets. I'm really love this glass mat. You see, now I have hot glue on it, and I just kind of give it a little scrape and it goes away. Yes. So there. Okay. Now what do we do with these little end pieces? Snip, snip. Let's find some more uses for it. There. Okay. These are the other pieces that we have. Okay, and now we have this little gold right there. Looks really good. I like it. Okay, and then my main three pieces here were going to be these little pieces here. I know that I am already going to be up high on this when I put this in. You see this? So I'm bringing this down here. I don't want too much of this because you see how big my mat is. I went big, big, big. The mat's going to sit right into that little space. Okay. But just the same, this is a mat there. But could you not see this also going this way? And your mat could sit this way. Okay. And I'm putting these cute little vases on the side, but you could do anything on that side. You can put little round circles on them and put little children's faces. Okay, so we are doing this one. I'm going to decorate this. I find that decorating my pieces first before I glue them down works for me. Okay, so like this. I want them there. Here, this one has the end that's a sticker. Kind of wish I would take this apart because I think I want it to be flatter. This is already so thick. Does anybody know that? It's so thick already. And I think I want to do that. So we will have that one left over for another time. And I'll use a little hot glue on it. See, I wanted that little center there. Okay, we're going to do the same thing to this one. How straight is that? Joy, I look at those dies. Thank you so much. And I just think, how can I make this work? Because I do. I have what I call mad money. And it's my little bitty part-time job that I go to. And I try not to use, our family money for all these little crazy things that I do. And I have to justify it to myself. Like, hey, how many more dies does this one woman need? Don't tell Anna Griffin I said that. But how many more dies does this one woman need? I wish I had Dina closer to me. She's in Weimar, and she's maybe about 20 minutes away from me. I wish that we were neighbors because she also has a little collection of dies that we could maybe share. Wouldn't that be nice if you had someone nearby that we could, borrow each other's dies? You can have the ones that we buy on every other month. Maybe you have even months and I have the odd months or something. I don't know, but it gets a lot. It gets to be a lot. Okay, now on this side, I'm going to put these right here, and I'm going to cut them in half. Long ways, skinny ways. I want to say they're a perfect square, but I put them right here so that we can still slide things underneath it. Okay. That's going to be the perfect size for this. Maybe not. Maybe I have to cut a little bit. Nope. You see? Just the way I did that. And then we'll do this one. My friend Anna Galvan in Houston sent me these Chloe pop-up dots. She brought them to me. They come in a huge pizza box. I thought when she was coming in the door, she was bringing me pizza, like from Houston. And they're not. They're pop-up dots. They're better than pizza. Look at that. Okay, so now I'm trying to keep this down to a minimum as far as thickness. Okay, and I had all these gorgeous red flowers here. kind of put in between this and here, because we want those reds to pop. And I wanted my blues kind of also in between. Let's rearrange this. Gold and blue and the gold and the blue. I know she keeps coming up with gorgeous dyes. Joan, what am I supposed to do? I don't know. I don't know what we can do about this, but it's like I didn't want those heart dyes. I really didn't think I needed them. I have other heart dyes, and I really didn't think I needed them, but apparently I did, because I bought them and they're gorgeous and I do not regret it. I hope my husband's not listening to me. You know, there's no hiding it. He knows I'm crazy. Yes, I was crazy when he met me. It's not like it happened like just out of the blue. Okay, here's these little gorgeous ones. I think I'm wanting to push this up a little bit more because I don't want to hide any more of that pink rosette. I have the pink going on in the top of that frame, so I don't want to hide too much. I was trying to blend that pink. Okay, so here is that one. And then I really don't want to, but I have to. I think this is just too thick. So we're taking some of this off. I know the best tool that I have found to take the backs of these things off are our Cricut little scraper. It really works nicely to kind of scrape off that little leftover stuff. Right? Yeah, the things that we could buy with the money that we are, yeah, I know. I don't want to think about that, but yes. And here. So I want some of the gold to be showing. I want some of the blue to be showing. I'm using regular wet glue for this. I am so happy for everybody being here with me and spending some time with me. I really appreciate you all being here with me. I know. I wish I had daughters that would want to craft. I wish I had. Yeah. I don't have any daughters. I have one, little Nick, and he is pretty artistic. When he was little, he would, well, not that he wanted to go, but he has been to more than one scrapbooking, stamping convention. And we used to actually, in my little small town, we actually had a very small, lovely scrapbook store. And of course, she was my bestie, Kelly Lindgren, way out in Montana now. She left Texas to move to Montana. I think she got tired of the heat. And so, right there. And Nick used to go with me all the time to the scrapbook store. And at that time, way back, I could entertain him with one of those little video games. And he would hide under the table of the scrapbook store and sit there and play video games while his mom was teaching classes. And my goodness, we had so much fun. Teach classes, and we would shop and giggle and laugh and all those wonderful things that we are missing by not being able to be together, right, ladies? We're doing the best we can, but look at that. Is that not looking extreme? Is that an extreme border or what? I know. The best deal, Joan. Didn't we have the best deal at Create 8? So what does that mean? Does at Create 8 we were able to buy Crop at Home 3 for a bargain of a price. And that was yeah, I could buy that sight unseen without even looking at it. I knew I wanted to be at Crop at Home 3. Scrapbooking is really my love. I do a lot of other crafts, but scrapbooking is what I absolutely love to do. Right here. Nicholas Frischnecht. Ha ha ha. Mom, some good childhood memories. I know you used to hide underneath the table like, wow. You know, but he also got some really good, we used to go shopping a lot also. Like, yeah, Nick has a little bit of a shopping bug problem. Yes, I know. He will, yeah. He's very good at shopping. He probably could be a shopping personal shopper for you at plenty of stores that we have been to. He knows where everything is. Okay, like right there. I think I like that there. Gonna put a little hot glue because that looks like it needs it. I am not taking the flowers apart because I like the pop-up of that, but all the rest is staying flat. It's gonna be a thick border. I know. I was just trying. At least some of it wasn't completely big fat. What's wrong with big and fat scrapbook pages? Yes, I agree. I think that's right there. I can't see the rosette anymore. I can't. I want to leave it there. Okay. So here is our border. What do you guys think of that? The best prices ever. Yes, at Create 8. So does that mean that at Crop at Home 3, she's going to have the best prices for Create 9? I think she probably will have the best prices at that time. Hopefully she is going to let us buy it then, because it was a really incredible deal. I can't wait either, Sonia. Oh, look, see what I'm doing? The top of that page is supposed to be up there. So we are bringing this down to as low as I can because I have this big, huge thing up here on top. Okay, and we have this one up here on top, and then this one is going to sit right here. And before I take this part off, you can see where we are. We have the thickness of the rosettes, and that is 1/4 inch. And so that, I want to say, is the thickest that we can go. Yes, the little scalloping of those hearts, beautiful. It just looks really pretty. I like the way that works. Okay, so here is where this is going to sit. And then we have the border, the big one up here. I'm not going to glue that down quite yet. I want to work on this. Okay, now this is the title page to Something Somewhere. So it is fancy. I wanted to put this right here. Let me find my ruler again in here. Yeah, those little scallopy hearts are just cute as a button. It's 7 by 5. So 2 of these boxed at home make a perfect border for a 5 by 7. I know we need to get 5 by 7 borders. Somebody send text, please. We need that. And on this one, I knew it was going to be really hard to put this all down. So and this is a part that's going to be holding more of the, what I call the flipping up of the book. It has more movement, and so I always like to use these heavy duty score tape. And here is where we're at. I'm using the actual border to align this, and we're sitting this down right there. Did I go off too much? See, my ATG gun tape is, what do we call it? Generic. It is not the super heavy duty one. It's supposed to be, but it is not. And I'm holding this side. I think it's a little bit off. Right there. Okay, I like that one there. And then I pull that little tape off. And then we pull this one. think the little piece of tape got stuck in there. It did, right in that little piece. I get this score tape at the scrapbook store, Scrap Shack, Texas, whenever I go there. Okay, so there I have this now. This one is double-sided, and I am going to measure for you. It is 10.5, and then going this way is 7.25. And when I was kind of working on this, I made a hinge of 1/4 right in here, and I put the heavy-duty score tape on it so that I can fold it flat this way. And I wanted to be able to cover up the entire pink like this. I was kind of thinking before I was going to cut it like we did last week and put the hinge in through the inside. But if you do it this way, we have more spots for pictures. So that was my idea on this one. And I really like to press this one really good before I release it. And we bring this one up. And we're going to bring it around. And I want to make sure that that one is covered. And this one is also covered. And then we slowly start pulling this one out. There we go. And then you're bringing this one up and you end up with this, okay? And then I like to really burnish this down and make sure that that glue is really holding on, okay? Just like that. And then I have all this loveliness here. And then you have a spot for a picture up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you end up with 5 spots that you can put pictures at on one page. And yes, I cut the layout, the page protector, to be able to do that. So as I was doing this, I was thinking that I wanted some of these gorgeous little teacup things on here. Let's see where we're all going to do that. And I wanted this little heart thing also to cover it up. And this part also was from I tore it apart. It was one of those plates. I'm thinking it's from Canton Bleu, but it could be also from the China cabinet. And so if I put this in, I wanted to kind of place that. Let's put this one down first, right there. And then we can put the little silver teacup. There was a little silver teacup in here. There we go. This one came with Willow, and I wanted to put it right on top of that. It is a really thin piece of paper. It doesn't have, I mean, this is old. This is the original. And I want to kind of put and cover it up the spot that was the sticker that came off. So what I like to do with this one is only use the very edge so that a picture can come back in here. Let's say a little picture, and can kind of slide into that little piece. So I like to just kind of first just get my little format of what I want done. Okay. And the back of this one, I'm going to hide with another plate. Okay. You always have to kind of think about what you're doing on this side, you're going to do on this other side. Okay. So here, and then this one's going to be on that other side. Okay. And then I was thinking if I did a heart, then I can put the heart also on the other side, because these are mirrored images, kind of, sort of, almost mirrored images. Yes. So that works out really good. Yes, this is the Blue Willow kit. It's an entire kit that had a bunch of ephemera and the tape, and also this says Willow collection on it. I know. I saw this, and this is supposed to be journaling, and I thought these would be perfect also to turn into plates, is what I was thinking when I saw those. So here goes this, and then I wanted to put the gold, the bow, the heart, and of course maybe something really fun like another teacup, or where was my little fat teacup? But then we have to put something behind the teacup so that it stands out. You know, you kind of just have to play around with it a little bit. And that's one of my favorite things to do. This also comes from the Willow. This one comes from Willow. Look how pretty that looks together. So if you're looking at this way, on the back side, you know you can cover up those round circles, and that's kind of what I'm looking at, okay? So I am stretching this out from the very top of this to the bottom of here, and then what I want to do here, because I know that's how I want to do it, is I'm going to go and get the heavy duty Sudoku tape. I know I'm not saying that correctly. I apologize to Mr. and Mrs. Sudoku. And we put that off, burnish it down, because I know if I use this tape, it is going to hold on, and I can use a big spot here. This one is the one I want to do on the very bottom. I'm pushing it all the way to the bottom, and I am kind of halfway more out than in right there. And then I want to use the heart. I think that might be too far out. Let's put the little heart right here on top. There, okay. And then maybe we can put another little, a little one like this. Yes. Now I'm gonna have to tear Sudoku away to slide my little, I don't want that color, I want this color in here. Yes, and then the little gold teacup right into that spot, okay? Just like that. There. There. And the little saucer cup. I'm kind of a little crooked. I want to make it a little crooked so that it doesn't get into the picture. I always want to I'm always thinking about what picture I'm going to put in here. I know I do pages and I don't have pictures for them. Isn't that a horrible thing? I know. I don't know what to tell you. I know. And a little crown, because I have a crown here, and this came with this one on top, but it's the right color. I like, why not? The Queen of Hearts. Why couldn't we do that? I think it fits. And let me put a little bit of glue on this little teapot. I also love G45 and Prima. Oh my God, there's a Prima collection that I can't even tell you how much I love the Prima collections. Oh, yeah. I was obsessed with a Prima collection at one time in my life, and I only wanted that one. I don't even know what it's called right now. Okay, so I'm just making sure that I can get everything out of here just the way I want. Okay, and I have little things here and there sticking out, but it's not too bad. And when we flip over this page, what are we going to have on this side? Okay, we kind of have to look at that. Right here, I'm going to have an upside down heart, so I have to figure out how to cover that up. And we're going to have a little plate right there, and then we need another little plate up here. I think that'll be just beautiful. Absolutely. And same thing, I'm going to put a strip down. You get frustrated when you can't keep up, then just, you know what, somebody suggested something, and I thought it was a awesome idea. When you get frustrated because you can't keep up, Oh, let me remember her name. I think it was Karen Beatrice that said that she likes to do a sloppy copy first and doesn't use the actual scrapbook paper until she's got the sloppy copy mastered. And I think that is just genius. Right here. Yeah, because then you don't have to mess up your beautiful paper. Then you can relax and work on the technique, and it's kind of doing like doing a template. I know. I love you, Sonia, because you keep me on my toes, and yes, and I get it finished. I love that. Getting it finished and done, and because that's my time, that's the time that I have to input and put into this event. And I'm doing the back right here so that we can have another. Is there an up or down to this gorgeous little plate? I don't think so. I'm using a little hot glue right here in the center. There we go. And covering that piece up. Okay. And I think we can put our little teacups. There was another one that I really liked over here because I can put some flowers up there and let it kind of trail down. I think I need some little floral flowers of some sort, right? But we can even use a teacup. That might be the right size. I think I want to use the teacup and then put some flowers on it. So a tiny little dot of hot glue and right there. And then we can put the flowers right on top of the teacup. I know that sounds strange, but I like it. It's okay if you haven't finished Crop at Home 2, Susan. It's not a race. It's not a race. It's, it's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be fun. So, yes. And this is where I start to lose my mind when I'm starting to embellish things, because I can embellish for a lifetime of this. And I think that there needs to be some hot glue right in between these two because it feels like it's coming apart or not secure to each other. I lost my spoon. Bring it back up here. Yeah, this is the spoon, Annie Pence, that did it for me. I had to go buy the entire die set because I could not live without this spoon. There you go. The truth is there. Okay, so now can we do something like a corner with this? It doesn't look like it can stay in a corner. It isn't really a corner, but that's okay. We're going to put something else over here, just like this. And we'll be able to flip this one over. We have some of these things left. And this is the another plate. And this is one that I like to do when I only have one, and this is a very thin one. So we fold it in half. There we go. And I'm getting to the bottom, so I'm moving myself back up. And that way you have spots on both sides, right? So hot glue for this one because it can go in fast. And if you mess up with the hot glue, just go grab the blow dryer and blow dry it so that you can rearrange the glue. You don't have to tear up the paper. Just go get your blow dryer and it will move the way you need it to move. I've done it before because I didn't want to tear up the last little piece of whatever it is that I had, and I didn't like it wherever it was sitting at. Yeah. So there and there. And this also needs some kind of floral something. And we have some of these blue left over. So we will try to get this ugly tape stuff off of it. I am so happy you guys are chit-chatting and keeping me going. I am just loving this. It's so much better to do this as a group than to do it alone. I think this is a sticker. I know there's a rule with that, right? If it's white or if it's creamy or something. There we go. There. And we'll put a little bit of wet glue in here. And it can sit kind of in this little space. Okay, and then what are we gonna do? We're gonna cover up that ugly piece. Okay, just like this. And I do agree that flowers should have should be a set of 3, just like everything else should be a set. When I'm doing sets or when I'm doing something, I like it to be a set of 3. Cover that up right there. We're taking this little embelly away. And sometimes I don't like where the flowers are sitting, and I will trim, or not necessarily fussy cut around them, but give it a little bit of a trim so that it fits whatever my eyeballs are telling me it should be sitting at, like this. Okay, super easy to do. There we go. A little bit of wet glue to keep it down. And now I have 3 little florals there. Okay, and then this would be perfect right here with what, Annie? Yes, I know you know what is supposed to be there. Should it be a green bow? Should it be a gold bow? These are the little minis. My little gold bow is a little wonky. There we go. Green just doesn't work. Let's go with gold. Right there. Okay. So now we have embellishments, and you see why I was saying that we need to decorate this after, first decorate it and then come back and do more to it, because once you start decorating this, it starts to get really more and more and more. That's way too big. I don't know what picture is going to sit in there. Do you see that? That would be way too big. And here's a crown. A crown would be fun because we had a crown before. And this is the last page here. So if we put a crown on that last one, that would be fun. And we're going to put a little bit of glue right here. And bring this all over here. And you kind of just barely kind of center where you want to put it. Looking at where all of these are going to sit. Just like that. Crowns. There we go. And then this needs something up here. What shall we put on it? A half a heart? No. Little teacup. Oh, that little teacup would be just perfect. Look at that. That would be fun. A tiny little bit of hot glue on one little spot. I know that that will hold it, and I'm able to move it if I need to. Okay, so we are set here. There. Put this one here. All those little cups here. I have a tiny bit of gold, white showing on this side, right here. Right into that little spot. Okay, so now I have this one ready, and I can put it on my blue paper over here, which is flimsy textile paper. And that means that on this side, I'm going to have to reinforce it with something like some ugly craft paper or something. Okay, so here we have this part, and yes, it got fatter and fatter because of the ribbon and everything else, but you know, we attempted to do a flat page. That's okay. If we didn't quite succeed, it's okay. So there we go. That is done. Look at that. Okay. I think I like that there. So on this side, I'm going to do the really heavy, again, extra strong tape, because I know that it is going to be the spot that is going to be maneuvered all the time. And I don't want to lose it. And I'm doing 2 of them because it's heavy. It's, what did we say? We're holding also 6 pictures in here. Yeah, flat is boring. Yes, Joan, you are my new friend. Absolutely. Yes, flat is boring. Who wants to be flat? Not me. Okay, here we go. And that looks like where I want to sit. I'm going to move this one away. I'm going to also do a bunch of these because this kind of holds everything down. I want to see everybody pull out their Willow 100 times. Thank you for coming and joining me. I'm really, really thrilled. Thank you for everybody that subscribes. Very kind of you to help me move this channel along wherever it may go. And here I'm going to pull this one up, and I'm going to pull this one up so that I can have these little tails to pull it together. Okay, now we're going to flip this over, and I'm just doing the eyeball method if I can keep it, my little sight here straight. And I'm looking at this part. I don't want to be too far out. I know, look at that. I just covered up all the blue. Yes. Yeah, you can't put emojis from your computer. It's hard. There is a way, but I haven't been able to do it very well. I've done it a little bit, but yeah, I'm not super high-techy either. A little bit, but not that much. Okay, so how are we doing there? Okay, and then we have this one that sits right there. Oh my goodness, those hearts are just to die for. Okay, and we're pulling this off, and we're pulling this one off. And I'm only gluing on these little pop-up dots, so this part is still open. I don't know if I want to put something in there in the future. I have no idea what I'm going to put in that space. Maybe we can put more stuff. I don't know. I feel like we need more in this corner. Like this, those little things right there. I think that would close it up. What do you ladies think? Ladies, gentlemen, not sure who's here with me today, but I think that would be pretty. So we're going to put this and run it through. I think I have enough gold on this little piece here to do it. There goes Louie barking. Okay, so here we are. The new corners are absolutely gorgeous. These are the ones from the impression dies. And I do like the real super lacy ones are my favorite. Those are the ones that I absolutely love. So thank you all for being here with me today. I am having so much fun with you all. And what I want to do with this is I'm just going to put a tiny little bit of glue on this very little edge corner, just because I might change my mind. And I want to be able to change my mind in case I want to without damaging the paper. So here we are. Thank you so much all for joining me. Thank you so much for being here with me. I am going to try to do this again tomorrow evening at 8:30. And maybe we can do a double page spread, something super simple for the back of this. Okay, that's my idea anyway. I want to do another set of these, and that way we can work on that. But this came out fabulous. I told you guys we were going to do Willow that's pretending to be Canton Bleu, because that way we can start practicing for Canton Bleu. This is Nicholas that's right here with his fingers trying to bother me. But thank
Make
you
sure y'all
so much.
subscribe. We're almost at 1,000.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here with me. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I'm glad you guys are enjoying this time and learning something. That's what's super important for me, that you guys are also taking something. This is so full of joy for me. It's just incredible. Thank you so much. Hey, Annie, I sure do love you. Thank you so much. Pam, oh, thank you so much for hanging in here with me, Pam. I just love you to pieces. Say hello to M for me, Emily, please. And Sonia, I'm going to see you later. Yes. See you later. We'll talk Sunday, I'm sure. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you so much. Subscribe for me. Leave me some thumbs up, and I so appreciate you. Thank you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow at 8:30. Bye.